Very much, and habari asubuhi to all of you. It's very nice to see so many familiar faces. It's always a pleasure to be together with you. I know you would prefer I speak Swahili, but I'm not in a position that I can do it. But we all have our challenge, and my challenge will be to pick up the Swahili, so it's a matter of time. Then I hope I can speak more and more Swahili when we have this meeting. So I'm trying my level best to make kidogo improvement. That's important for me, so that's my challenge. For today's meeting, first of all, we were supposed to play World Cup qualifiers now, but as you probably all know, CAF, together with FIFA, have postponed the World Cup qualifiers, and what they have informed us is that we are now going to play in the FIFA international window of September, October, November, and then in March 21. We are still waiting for further information. Who are we playing in September? Will we play one game? Will we play two games? Will it be the same fixture it was before? That means we are going to start with DR Congo, or are they going to change it? We don't know at the moment. Secondly, if we keep doing the same, then we will continue to get the same outcome. So this I have had discussion with TFF to say if we continue to do the same, have a short camp, one or very few days of training, then we will get the same outcome. So we have to change something. We all know that more than 95% of the players for Taifa Stars, they are coming from the VPL, our national league. I think we also know that there is a gap from the local level to the international level. We can see there is a gap, and to close or to minimize that gap, I think there's only one way we can change. It is that we need to do training with the players. And we need more time to train, not 1 or 2 days, but like 2 or 3 weeks. And the second part of it, we need to play a number of international friendlies with strong opponent as well. So I'll be very open and also let you know that I have my suggestion as Taifa Stars coach to TFF is that every time we are going to play a World Cup qualifier or AFCON qualifier, I suggest that there is a break in the Vodacom Premier League so that the Taifa Stars can have time, like 2 or 3 weeks, to prepare and play international friendlies. I know this year it's very difficult because there's a high number of teams, like 18, but I also know next year the number of teams is going to be reduced in the Vodacom Premier League. So that is my suggestion, because I think I can put it this way, the will to win is very important, but the most important is the will to be prepared. And like last camp, we had very short time with the key players, because they have to play CAF qualification games and so on. So maybe we have 2 or 3 days of training before we play. I think you have seen before that when I do training with under 17, under 20 and Goro Serengeti boys, if we have 2 or 3 weeks, then we can do training, how to attack, how to defend, and then we can develop. So we have a stronger team, and I can also develop the players. But to do that, need time for training. For this camp, which starts on the 5th of June, that will be the first step, phase 1. For this camp, we will focus on training, and all players will be here, also from abroad, because the league is off. So it's not like player like Samatta, he will come 2-3 days before. I already spoke with him, so he will be there from day one, even if it's his holiday. Of course, he will be here together with the other foreign player. So we had at least 1 week to do our training, and then we will finish this 1 week on the 13th of June with an international friendly here and there. And the plan is that we are playing against Malawi. Malawi is a strong team. They've qualified for AFCON. I think they are around number 115 on the FIFA ranking, because we need to play, we need to train, and we need to play. This is what I call step one, phase one, the camp in June. And I'm very happy that TFF was saying we will have this camp, even we know that the World Cup qualifier was postponed. So we have this camp, that's step number one. Step number two will be in August. In August, the Vodacom Premier League is off, so I hope we can have the camp around medium August, and then we can prepare for 2 to 3 weeks with training, a number of international friendlies, and then we will play the World Cup qualifiers in the beginning of September. The FIFA window is from the 1st to the 7th of September, and as I mentioned, at the moment we don't know who we are going to play. Most likely it could be DR Congo again, and we don't know if we are going to play 1 game or 2 games. But the key point is we get time for preparation. Step one, the camp now in June. Step two, a long camp in August. Then I'm very confident that we will see the development, we will see the progressing of the players, and if the player they improve, then also the team will be stronger and stronger. So that is the way forward. For this camp, there will be 27 players for the squad, and I will let you know very soon the name of the players. There is a mix of experienced players. There is a player who are, I would say, future players, young players, and we want to have that mix. Of course, there is also foreign player mixed with the local player. So all in all, it's a good squad. And the intention is that when we go to the next camp in August, we don't want to change each and every one. We need to find the core group, the backbone of the team. So we have the majority of the players which we believe they have the technical and tactical quality, but they also have the mental approach to be proud, to play for Taifa Stars, and they want to learn, they want to improve. These are so we take phase one, and then we take phase two. For this time, the 3 goalkeepers will be, and I think I will give the list to Ndimbo after, so he can give it to you. It will be Aishi Manula and Emnata and Juma Kasetia will be the 3 goalkeepers. Outfield player will be Somari Kapomba, Israel Mwenda, Erasto Nioni, Dixon Job, Bakari Nondo Vanyeto, Kennedy Juma, Muhammad Hussein, Nixon Kibabache, Simon Msuva, Ayub Lianga, and then a new player we put in, that's Novatus Dismas Miroshi, who's playing in Israel, who have been doing a good job there, and also played for the under-20. Then we have Samiro Yassin, Faisal Salum Abubakar, Idi Sulaiman Nado, Mbwana Samata, John Boko, Abdul Hamis, Mechak Abraham, Edward Manana, Mudatia, Bryson, and Kulula, and then 2 strikers which have been watching. I want to have a closer look at them. The one is Kibo Dennis Prosper for Mbeya, and the other one is Yusuf Muhilo from Kagera Sugar. And as I said, there's a mix of experienced player, there's a mix of young player, there's a number of players like Metzak, Abdul, who are born like 01, 02, and we also have Dixon and Nixon And then there are some new players, maybe they're not young, but like Kibo Dennis Prosper, I followed him, and I think the way he's playing, he shoot hard, he's good for header, he have some different quality. I want to see him, how is he? And Yusuf Muhilo is also a striker who scored some goals for Kagera Sugar, so we want to take a look at them. Other players I can mention, I think recently when I have watched Assam, I've been impressed by the way Mudatia and Bryson have been doing on the central midfield with them. So that's the reason we take them in for a look to see them closer as well. And then, as I mentioned, we have young players like Novatus, who I think his attitude that he really wants to be there. I want to see him for this camp, to see how he's doing. And the good thing is also that before we have selected this camp, our two Elienza, who is the fitness, together with Gabri, who is the analyst, they have given me the data of all players to see how many minutes have they played, have they been injured, have they been sick. So we have data from each and every player. Like, I can give you one example, M. Komola, who is playing in Ukraine. But when we see M. Komola since last camp, I also had a telephone call with him. He had been sick for quite some time, and he had only been playing for the under-20 team, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So we have the data, and the data is telling us he is not ready at the moment. So that will be maybe in the future. So we are using the